And good morning and welcome to VSA Capital's 5 Minute Morning Miner. And I'm back, although I'm in Johannesburg, getting ready for the mining indaba down at Cape Town. Starts next week. Very exciting. Lots of people flying into town. Lots of site visits taking place before people get to Cape Town as well. Anyway, morning, Paul. How are you?
Good morning. You're missing a beautiful morning here as well. And it's trying to get a little slowdown here after Minds and Money London is done here.
Everybody presenting. It's not an easy market at the moment to be doing it, though. So let's see. Anyway, markets are not feeling at all good. Where do you want to start this morning? What about Guanajuato silver? I think they had some drill results, Paul.
Yeah, they released some drill results just to keep investors up to date on what they're doing as far as extension and definition drilling, both on the El Pinguico and the El Cubo mine properties, silver mine properties down in Mexico. Some pretty good grades released here, although they're over narrow widths. But because the grades are so high, essentially they would still be mineable, and they would essentially accept dilution from the surrounding wall rock. We're looking at over almost 13 grams gold and almost 2,000 grams of silver here in a half-meter thick drill hole on the Villalpando vein in El Cubo. For instance, and also 227 gram per ton silver and 2 grams gold assay over 1.5 meters at El Pinguico on the Arroyo vein. So just some nice little spot numbers there to indicate that the old timers hadn't taken out all the mineralization of really good grade, and that's why Guanajuato had picked up these properties in the first place. So making good progress there.
Yeah, and we really like this one because it's a sort of mini Fresnillo, which also Fresnillo reported their Q1 production results yesterday, didn't they? And they maintained their production guidance 2022. So, you know, they're all in the same area. It's all going pretty nicely down there in Mexico, it has to be said. Now, whilst on TSX stocks, Sierra Madre, also in junior, but they've released some assays today, haven't they, Paul?
That's right. Sierra Madre Gold and Silver released the assays from the last 4 holes of their phase 1 drill program on their Tepic property down in Nayarit state of Mexico. All 4 of these last holes had ore grade intercepts and widths in excess of 75 grams silver equivalent. And this press release also conveniently put all 16 holes from this phase 1 program into one table so that we can see what the widths and assays were. The drill rigs, 2 of them now move on to the La Tigre property of Sierra Madre, which is also in the same Nayarit state, for an initial drill program there. And then they'll come back to the Tepic property for a phase 2 drilling round. The company hopes that the results and success of phase 2 then would result in a new compliant resource estimate on new and historic drilling that had been done there at Tepic. So making good progress.
Yeah, I think this 5 minute morning one is going to be pretty much an international one because there's not much in the UK news today. But I saw that Lithium Cycle, which is New York Stock Exchange listed, isn't it? Glencore's made a $200 million investment there, Paul.
Yes, that's a lithium battery recycling firm based in or listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and this is essentially a formal announcement by Glencore where they are entering the battery recycling sector with a significant investment. Glencore is also going to get to put a director onto the board of Li-Cycle. And with that, essentially, they are endorsing Li-Cycle's actual technology and production equipment, essentially, to scale up now at this point. And with the endorsement of Glencore, it's a real good sign that the business model for Li-Cycle and the technology is amenable to a commercial scale.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll tell you also in terms of technology, I don't know if you spotted it. It's actually just sort of come out, but we have been, I think, mentioned a few times, Chrysos Corp, which is on the ASX. I don't know if you've seen this, Paul. It's Rob Adamson of RFC Ambrian is very involved here, and it does tech stuff to X-ray stuff or whatever to bombard rock samples to work out where the gold atoms are and that sort of thing. It increases basically your output. I think they just raised 185 million. I know at $6.50, I think it was. They've just floated. Not perhaps the best day to float when markets are collapsing. I don't know if you spotted that one, Paul.
I hadn't, no, so I appreciate the update.
There you go. Okay, anything else you want to quickly mention, Paul? Or
Yeah, real quick. With also came out here in recent hours in support for a more bullish outlook for uranium that the city of Tokyo governing body or government has asked the local utility Tokyo Electric in order to restart their nuclear power plant or plants which are serving the Tokyo market, and this because the city itself is forecasting a power shortage which would become an issue by the end of this year. So these are nuclear power plants, for instance, that are eligible or fit to restart, but public opinion had been blocking or otherwise stalling the restart of reactors in Japan overall since the Fukushima incident back in 2011. So, and of course, with more nuclear plants back in operation, that means more yellow cake needed in order to produce fuel. So supportive for the uranium price.
You rather like uranium, but I'm always a little bit more cautious. But there you go. Look, that's enough. It's Friday. I hope everyone has a good Friday. Everyone has a good weekend. And we'll probably be doing it live from Indaba next week. So it'll probably be me and Ollie. Enjoy your weekend.
Okay, see you then.